You're about to see something really cool with this little device right here. It's pretty wild. This is the Hyperice Venom Go, a unique little therapeutic device that is the first of its kind for the type of highly portable pain relief it can provide. It even packs one particular type of punch that honestly caught me off guard. Just so we're clear, I don't have any affiliation with Hyperice or their products. I spent my own money on this device, and I'm giving you my honest thoughts on this little product after having owned it and used it for a handful of months. There are a number of nifty therapeutic gadgets being sold these days that can help reduce pain and discomfort. Some are quite helpful, while others can be more of a gimmick and therefore, in my opinion, a waste of your time and money. So when it comes to the Hyperice Venom Go, I was quite curious as to what my verdict would be. I often tend to have a healthy dose of skepticism with smaller therapeutic products like this one. However, Hyperice is a quality company that makes some truly outstanding products for pain reduction and workout recovery. So for a gadget as small and simple as this coming from quite a reputable company, I definitely had to get my hands on it and try it out for myself. And no word of a lie, I'm honestly impressed with what this little thing does. So let's talk about it, including who will likely benefit from it the most and whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money. So what does this little device actually do? The Venom Go is touted as a highly convenient and revolutionary heating and massage device that can be used on multiple areas of the body for reducing localized pain and discomfort by enhancing blood flow and reducing muscle tension over the area it's applied. But how can a little pod like this actually massage anything? We'll get to that in a moment, but let's start out with the heating side of this little device. The Venom Go produces heat using a magnetic power pod that attaches to a specialized Venom Go pad, which has metal woven throughout. This specialized adhesive pad allows heat to be dispersed throughout its entirety at 3 selectable levels of heat output. And there's something seriously surprising about the thermal abilities of this little gadget that we'll get to in just a moment. But if we briefly go back to the massage component, the pod also produces 3 different types of vibration effects that you can select from, which can produce notable changes over the area that it's applied. Now, this video isn't attempting to get into the science of localized vibration therapy, but there is some emerging research on its effects, which are pretty neat. I've written a rather research-based and detailed blog article on this topic over on a website called Simply Faster, so if you want to read the summary of research findings, I'll put a link to the article in the description below. What I appreciate with these little therapeutic modalities with this device is how you can use either heat or vibration individually or simultaneously. So if we go back to what I really love about this little gizmo, and frankly have been incredibly surprised with, it's how near instantaneously this thing heats up when you turn it on, and how warm it gets on the highest setting. Seriously, it's pretty wild. And on its highest heat setting, this thing pumps out a hefty amount of heat. We're talking about a little pod that punches well above its weight class, and I am more than okay with that. The magnetic power pod that drives this whole operation is USB-C chargeable, and what's really cool is that with its magnetic design, you can swap out a fully power depleted pod for a charged pod if you purchase a second unit. With my experiences, the battery life is exactly on par with what the folks at Hyperice have mentioned on their site, so I haven't been let down by that. Now, if you want the detailed specs, check out my blog article on my website where I provide all the specific details of the battery in this device. And again, I'll put a link to that in the description below. And hey, real quick, I want to let you know that I am honored and feel extremely blessed with the opportunity to share my knowledge and expertise in ways that help others live stronger lives. And if you think that's cool and you like what I'm doing, then please consider hitting the like button. I'm told that this helps the YouTube algorithm help share my content with others who could benefit from learning the science and art of coming back stronger. Now, back to the video. There are really only 2 shortcomings of this device, which may not even be shortcomings depending on how you look at things. The first consideration to point out is the eventual need to replace the pads as you continue to use them. And it's not like you can just buy generic pads for this device, as these are rather exclusive to the magnetic design of the Venom Go. And you can't really fault Hyperice for this, as it's just the nature of adhesive pads for any therapeutic device. The Venom Go does come with 3 pads, and each pad will last up to approximately 20 usages, so that will likely keep you going for a while, but ultimately the day will come where you'll need to order more pads, so just keep that in mind. The second factor to be mindful of is that these pads are really only designed to be utilized over larger, flatter body parts, such as your back, your thigh, or maybe your upper arm or the bulk of your calf. Due to the magnetic piece within the pad and the natural stiffness of the pad itself, They don't contour all that well over smaller areas, such as your forearm, your lower calf region, or your Achilles tendon, at least if you're trying to move while the pad is over top of these smaller, more contoured areas. In the future, I'd love to see various pad sizes and shapes for this device if it would be feasible to do. I guess what you'd have to watch out for though is that a smaller, more narrow pad might concentrate heat too much over a particular area of the skin, which could lead to skin burns. So maybe it's not feasible, but if it were, I feel that this would provide increased user versatility. While I was originally wondering if the Venom Go would be a bit more on the gimmicky side, this thing has been quite surprising with the overall punch that it packs. Additionally, it's quite versatile, and what really makes this device worth consideration is its convenience factor, allowing you to use it on the go so long as you're using it on larger, flatter body areas. At the time of making this video, the Venom Go costs $109 US, which isn't terrible considering its offerings for fast and notable heating and different vibration modes. Hyperice is a rather reputable company in the recovery device realm, and I've never been let down by any of their products that I've used. What I would say is that if you want a device that can be quite portable and convenient when using for pain relief on larger areas of the body, this is definitely worth consideration. Now, if you don't need the convenience or versatility this device offers, you can certainly make do with traditional heating sources or vibrational devices, which then is likely the way to go. But if you want something that you can wear while on the go, or you want the combined effects of heat and massage, this can be a nifty little device to purchase. As always, spend your money wisely with any of your purchases. Now, this isn't a game-changing device from a pain reduction or elimination standpoint, but it's quite novel and nice to have from its versatility and practicality standpoint while coming from a reputable company. So for me, I'm happy I made the purchase. So if you've been looking for a way to ease some aches and pains while continuing to move around, the Venom Go just might be a device worth picking up. Now, if you think this is a nifty little device, then wait until you see the device right here, which has some really cool tricks up its sleeve. All right, everyone, keep making great things happen, and I will see you in the next video.